Should the black community still trust the Democratic Party, or has that loyalty been abused?
I wouldn't trust the Democrat to wash my clothes, dude.
For real?
At all.
Oh, hold on. Well, are you a Republican or are you a Democrat? Or do you identify with any of those particular parties?
I don't identify with either party. I like what I like.
What does that mean?
Like, I like some of the stuff the Republicans do. But I don't like nothing that the Democrats do. I don't like nothing they do.
So if you had to pick a side, you would be a Republican.
Probably so. Yeah, probably will.
Okay. Is the rise in OnlyFans and sex work empowering women or damaging relationships beyond repair?
Shit, money. It's all about money. Like, I don't understand, like, they got the laws about prostitution and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's that lady body. You tell her she can't fuck who she want to fuck. She do what she want to do. At the end of the day, how you gonna make that a law where you can't sell your, when you married, it's the same thing.
What you mean?
When you married, you goddamn paying for some pussy. It's just the government can tax you on this shit now.
So what you saying, if the government can't tax it, then
They try
outlaw
to, exactly.
That's gangster.
That's exactly what they do. They make how you get married for $25, but it take you $50,000 to get a damn divorce. Make that shit make sense, man.
So are black men taught to love women or to chase them?
See, I grew up with just a mom. Me and my homeboy just talked about this day, me and my butt partner. Women, I don't care if it's your mom or your sister, they're going to teach their son to be a duck-ass nigga for women, because women stick together like that. They don't care if it's their child or not. They want him to humble down to a woman because they want him to humble down to them. My mom is my mom, but she don't took every girl I've ever been with side before she take mine, because it's like a woman code. We got to drag all men type stuff. They be on some, they just stick together like that. Like having a conversation with a woman, man, you can tell a woman right now, I don't like you like that. I don't want to deal with none of your nonsense, none of this. But they gonna break down and make you feel like you don't shot an arrow through their heart. And they don't even really like you like that, but they got a way of always making it seem like poor little me.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the situation is, it's poor little me. Because they're not used to guys that say, nope, I'm not dealing with your attitude, I'm done, go. They're not used to that because you got so many other dudes, they go for it. But the women, they stick together like that.
All right, off topic. The first days of trial for Diddy. They say Diddy had the people pissing in old girl mouth. So he had the sex workers peeing in her mouth on a regular basis. All of them just peeing in her mouth.
She went for it. That's the thing right there. Same thing with R. Kelly. These women did what they wanted to do because they wanted to come up. Some lawyer don't knock on the door and show them how they can really come up.
Mm-hmm.
Now they just taking advantage of it. Cause with that type of money, you know that man, they just went out there and just picked you out of all the women in the world he could have got, said, come on, you go with me, I'm peeing your mouth. It ain't possible, man. It's too many. When you got that type of money, there's too many women that you can mess with. These women jump through hoops to be in these guys' circle.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody chasing them down. They jump through them circles, then them folks try to punish these folks in the long run.
Different arena, same topic. Shannon Sharp.
You can tell Shannon was an old duck anyway.
Why you say that?
I'm gonna be honest.
Shannon about 56 years old too, though.
Shannon is a duck-ass nigga. And you could tell he was that nigga in school that never got a girl. He didn't get no girls in school.
I'm saying he was an athlete, though.
He was a duck-ass nigga. And when he got money, that's when he started getting women.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck how slow you is. Soon we on that phone and this woman tell me, quit trying to manipulate me. I already know you on some bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's how you know he's a duck ass nigga. He was feeling his ego. Got that little young girl thinking he the shit. So she blow his little head up. That's how you know that nigga ain't used to women. Cause that word right there alone mean jail time, nigga. Why you trying to manipulate me? That like a baby, like, why you pulling my pamp off, nigga? That the same shit.
Yeah.
And he kept talking. Cause I don't like that nigga anyway. Cause like, look at this show. Ain't nothing but black people on his show. Like, that's the thing I don't get. These people have like platforms like that. But they only bring other rich people on the platform too.
Right.
The whole purpose is for me to come up is to bring everybody up. If I'm a millionaire, why would I keep bringing millionaires on my show? I want to bring the people that the dollarnaires and bring them up. So it's like the rich, they stay together and they just keep rotating their money, but they want the little people like us to support this shit for them.
No, that's how it's set up.
Yeah, it's set up for us to keep supporting it, but they keep rotating their own money.
I think that this is me just playing devil's advocate. So I kind of understand, but no, I really don't. Because I was going to use an example. It's like, so you have accomplished people. Of course, we have both done time. But in, many people's eyes, we semi-accomplished because we moving like motherfucking adults out here. So we can sit down and have a conversation. There's some people that I done did time. I done spent more time around while I was locked up. Man, we can't talk about shit. Ain't nothing we can talk about.
No, exactly. There's a lot of them I can't even talk to, and I won't talk to them.
See what I'm saying? So you ain't no different from Shannon Sharp. You just ain't a millionaire. That's all.
No, like I say I'm different because, when it comes to money, I think
I can't even remember the last time I seen you at Alto Day.
Oh no, I don't participate in that type of stuff.
What you mean? You was at Alto.
But I don't participate. Being around a bunch of dudes like that now, and someone still got that shadiness in them.
Yeah.
That's just like saying, I want to go back to prison.
Yeah.
Like, I'm from Bankhead Hollywood Road.
Yeah.
Them niggas call me, hey, BJ, we throwing a block party on Hollywood Road. Nigga, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I already know what's over there.
On.
Yeah, ain't no need to be going around that type of stuff.
That ain't nothing but some trouble.
Cause them same niggas that was in there that was scary as fuck in there. Now these niggas got pistols out here now.
Yeah.
So now they gonna be on some bullshit. So why even get around that shit, man?
Yeah. I understand that. So, let me see what else we had. I caught a conversation with Candace Owens again, and she was talking to Jason Lee. Jason Lee is a known homosexual. He got movement within the industry, and they was talking about how a person can be born. Candace Owens, what she said was, for a man to be born a man and to have whatever transplants and everything else that he has and put on makeup and now wants to be identified as something else. She said it is absolutely insane. How you feel about it?
That right, dude.
Simple as that.
Simple as that, because this generation now, people don't made it. They making it where these kids think it's okay to do a lot of things.
A lot of stupid shit too.
When I grew up, I couldn't wear no purple shirt with no Tweety Bird on it. I couldn't wear no yellow shirt. I couldn't wear no
That's
pink.
the style now, though.
I couldn't wear none of that shit. See, they made it a style because they'll get a rapper to put this bullshit on and exploit the kid. I was looking at the metal awards the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The Met Gala. Why every man on there dressed up like a woman? I'm like, what the?
Yeah, that's wild.
Man, look. Like I said, to each his own, but man, I can't accept all that stuff, man. Like, but it's society. A lot of women raising their kids. Well, it's okay. He gonna grow out of it. And then like playing football. My son played football growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the only dad out there.
Mm.
And the rest of them were women.
Mm.
And my son was like a goddamn, he one of them kids, I say, knock that nigga out. Yes, sir, he going in.
Yeah.
So he was out there hurting folks. And one lady's son got hurt on the field. She like, why you hit him that hard? I said, ma'am, your son in the wrong sport. He too soft. No, but I said, see, you can't make nobody play football.
Mm-hmm.
You can make them play basketball and baseball, but football,
leave it alone.
Don't put no child out there that ain't into that shit, because your child will get hurt. He will get hurt because that little kid with them little raggedy shoes on, he trying to get out the hood, nigga.
Yeah.
He hurting everything.
So look, while we on that topic, who was I listening to? I was listening. Oh, hold on. I was listening to Cam Newton, and there's this
Scam Cam.
They was talking to this what is his name? Nuri Muhammad. This brother right here. And then they was talking about football and sports. He was just like, white people sometimes they play sports. They put their kids in sports to learn to get team building and determination and all these skill sets, and they take them back to corporate America. So we put our kids in sports so they can make it to the league. And then when they don't make it to the league, then they've been built up, and now they kind of feel like they lost or that they not enough. And we got to change that stigma. We have to change that development, because it's messing a lot of people up. What are your thoughts on that?
Most black people do. Our culture, they put kids in sports because they're supposed to be their come up. They do that. My kid don't play every sport.
Yeah.
But he ain't take number 2 practices. He ain't built for that. Let's go. Y'all team.
Just like that.
I'm like, you ain't finna hurt my child.
Yeah.
He want to play football. My older, he want to play football, but that's just not his thing. So I'm not finna let him go out there and get hurt because he don't understand the dangers of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I put him in something he was better at, and he succeeded in that instead.
Okay.
Then back to since you brought his name up, Scamming Cam.
Cam Newton, a scammer?
Yeah, man, that nigga scammer, man.
Huh?
See, that's what I be talking about, how these athletes get out there and then act like they giving back to the community.
All right, I'm listening.
My son was in high school on the football team.
Okay.
And the coach, they had to pick like 5 students that could go to the Cam Newton camp. But you could tell the school picked out the kid that they knew that can afford them $300. The camp was $300 for like a 4-hour camp.
Yeah.
So my son was one of them. He wanted to go, so okay, I paid for it. We gets up there to the field. Cam going back and forth with the school. He's not throwing no football with nobody until he get all his money. Period. But you giving back to the school. First of all, why you charging these kids, first of all?
Yeah.
But you ain't finna start the camp until you get all your money. And then later on that day, I look at the news. Here go his dad on the news. Oh yeah, we give back to the kids every year. Y'all ain't giving back to nobody. That was a $300 per person for 4 hours that y'all started late because y'all hadn't got all y'all money. But they get on these platforms acting like they really giving back to people.
Bro, I just witnessed something similar to that. I ain't gonna say no names of where I was at, but I was in the courtroom and I just seen it. And I was like, bro, this shit's so political. It scares me. Because of my position and because of what my skill set, I've been privy to interact with different populations of people. But the more I get to see, the more it frightens me. Cause I just be like, bro, it ain't no hope in this situation right here. This shit fake. This is a facade. This whole thing that we going back and forth about and we protesting about, man, that shit a facade. That shit blue gazy. That shit is nothing. These people is together. And it's a scary ass thought, bro. But that political shit, bro, it scares me so much, man. It scares me so much. And I see so much money moving around where it should not be moving around. And it's with people who supposed to be doing the job. They ain't doing that job, bro. They ain't doing that job, bro. Them folks you scratch my back, I scratch yours. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn. But still, there's a part of me that's just like, I gotta slide in this mug and try to maneuver around what's going on. But bro, it's a machine.
Oh yeah, we already know. That's why I always say like Atlanta basically Democrat. That's why they got the worst school.
Yeah.
But you go to the Republicans like Roswell, they got the better school. Cause guess what? They might scam and play them, but they're gonna make sure those kids got that education to get to where they're at.
Yeah.
But you go to the black inner cities, they putting the money in bullshit. We gonna do a girls and boys club. What the hell that got to do with education helping this child? This money going places that it don't even need to be over there.
I got some questions about, cause we're gonna take a break, but I got some questions about the education. Cause I was just think, when I was listening to Judge Joe Brown, bro, he be making so much sense. He was like, man, why these kids go to school for 12 years to learn what something they can learn in 2 to 3 years? All this useless information.
School period useless in America.
Bruh.
How many times you don't use geometry since you've been out of school?
Never. I use basic math it's just basic math, bro. What we doing for? It's the hours either you work or the contract. Look, so we're gonna come back.